Kalabhairavaya Namaha. Om 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 Kalabhairavaya Namaha.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very special session. My name is Gina. I'm here with Beth, whose spiritual name is Swarna Bhairavi, and today we are talking about how to make every second count. It is what everyone wants to know, from business moguls to your average mother who trying to have her day planned. And the divine archetype behind this concept is Kalabhairava. If you don't know anything about him, we are going to help you understand who this is, how to access him, and the techniques you can use from now to the end of the year, which is a very specialized time of this entire year, to access his energy. So we'll tell you a little bit about Kalabhairava, how to make every second count, why right now is a very important time. And we'll also tell you a little bit about how you can go deeper into these teachings and help yourself enormously from now to the end of the year to really make the most of wrapping up this 2023 and moving powerfully into 2024. So thank you. Welcome, Beth, Swarna Bhairavi. So first, tell us a little bit. You have a special relationship with Bhairava. If people have seen our videos before, they know a little bit about that. Tell us a little bit about why right now is a very important time and what that means to you and your relationship with Kalabhairava.
Sure. Thanks, Lakshmi, Gina. So Bhairava, Shiva, Agastya, they are all on the earth plane now. So they all descended now. And they came specifically to evolve you, to help you make this transition into the Satya Yuga. So this is a big transition. This isn't just, we're going to give you some insights and then, you'll be able to have a better spiritual practice after that. This is like a huge jump. In fact, Dr. Pillai, Babaji, he calls it timeline jumping. And many people have been saying, yeah, I can feel that. I can feel that there's a shift. I can feel that shift in my mind. And what's happening is everyone is excited. Everyone is anticipatory of it. Babaji just gave some amazing teachings on in meditations on timelessness and bliss, and what that means on a cosmic level, what that means on a whole universal level, because the Satya Yuga is coming it's coming from the universe. And then what it also means on a personal level in the body, mind, and soul. So this is an opportunity for you to be able to make that evolutionary jump in your soul, which is a very, up until now, has been a difficult thing for us in humanity here on the earth plane to do.
Right. Yeah, that's really part of the issue at the moment in terms of how we are able to shift from where we're at, what we're doing right now, to a new timeline, a new karmic pattern. And Dr. Pillai has been talking about this period of the Satya Yuga and that transition. So tell us a little bit more about how Kalabhairava can help.
Okay, so Kalabhairava comes at a time when the world is changing yugas, specifically this yuga. Kalabhairava, Swarna Bhairava, the Bhairava of gold that we've been hearing about for about a year now. And then there's about 64 other Bhairavas that come, all with special gifts. And they really, not only are they here, they want to help you. And Bhairava has many gifts. He's the god of time. So he can put you into this timeless state, into now. And Dr. Pillai teaches the mantra for how to be in the now. There's no mantra on now, but Dr. Pillai gave an actual mantra. And if you say this mantra, you can be in the now. So what does that really bring you? Well, time equals your mind. And the mind, as you know, is always kind of constantly in conflict. It's fluttering about. And this, by being able to be in more of a timeless zone, then you can actually bring that mind to peace, bring it to bliss, and connect with God. And what Dr. Pillai says is it's not like you're going to space out in this connection with God. Everything will be taken care of for you. You will have such in this new time, which is now, and we're not talking about something that is going to kind of roll out over the next year and a half. We're talking about something that's going to happen in the next 20 days, really. And there's going to be, this is a transition time, right? But it's a short transition time. That's the great thing. And we all are in this transition. And Kalabhairava is in one of the coaching calls I did today. We were led to really hold hands with Kalabhairava and have him lead us to where he wanted to take us in the universe. And that was a huge karma removal. So when you had asked about what does Kalabhairava, what is his specialty? Like I said, he comes at this time, but he comes to help us transcend our karma, particularly transcend our mind, these limiting thoughts that keep us stuck and in the same habits, in the same routines, in the same thoughts, in the same job, or the same type of job, or the same success or not, over and over again. He has come to deliver us out of those cycles and into a brand new cycle, really. It's a brand new way of living. So I can't even say what that's going to be because we're not there yet. And I mean, my recent history, I don't remember it. So yeah.
Yeah. What I find fascinating about, Dr. Pillai has been talking a lot about Kalabhairava lately. And if anyone was in the course that he did last weekend, the 4 days, I have found that what you're saying, that Kalabhairava does that quickly, right? Like all of a sudden the thoughts that I had that were just like, well, this is just the way things are starting to melt away and been like, oh, but that's not how it has to be anymore. And so there's this rapid acceleration of there's this acceleration of transformation that is occurring with this particular archetype's blessings. So I know you have some experiences that you want to share of some of your coaching clients, and then can you also share with us a technique that you're able to give to our folks at home that can start using this from now until December 30th, which is a time Dr. Pillai said is very specific and very powerful. And he'll talk more about that on Sunday's webinar, folks. So tune in to that on Pillai Center YouTube. But so two things. One is share with us the technique that they can get started on. And another is tell us a little bit more about some of the experiences your clients have been having so that we can relate more to it and see what is in store for us as well.
Great. Yeah. So I have a coaching client who I've been working with for a little bit. She's in the Swarna Bhairava coaching program. And we were doing a fire lab, and intuitively, three words came for her, and that was fix your roof. It seems fairly mundane, but it wasn't when I heard the whole thing that rolled out after that. So she took her some time to kind of jump on the instructions. That's okay. And it turned out she wrote me sort of post.
And to back up, you didn't know anything about a roof. Like she had never spoken
No,
about that before.
no,
Yeah. This
I
is a
know.
message
Yeah.
you received from Kalabhairava during a fire lab with this person, for this person.
Right, fix your roof. So, and in fact, the person wasn't even there at this particular fire lab. Came and I sent her the email. So it turned out that the roof was being fixed by her old boyfriend, who she reunited with recently, but it's been under construction for years, 5 years or so. And then what happened is she had the courage and the strength to she decided to fix the roof and get someone else to come in and redo the roof or fix the roof. She actually told this old boyfriend, I don't want you fixing my roof anymore. And then they also broke up. And then something really interesting and miraculous happened. The her stocks, she had some investments actually, and they started going up. And the first time in they have in years. So when I looked at all of this sort of intelligence of Swarna Bhairava in this intuitive message, it was really interesting because things that we hold on to. So this roof had been really creating a lot of time. It's been taking 5 years to fix a roof, and then all probably that the heart sorrow and the heartache and everything that she has with the roof and the relationship had come up. And then the moment that was gone, she started seeing a change in her financial situation. And we know that what happens with us, the reason that our time gets stalled is because of heart sorrow. What is heart sorrow? It's many things. It could even be ego. You're stuck to an idea or something like that. So this is something that was very personal for this woman, relationship, financial, and also was really practical because she got a new roof out of it. So that was one story. That's one example.
And what I love about that is that there's so many layers to everything we do that this is what's important when we're embarking on this spiritual journey, right? So often we're just looking at the physical realm, and Dr. Pillai talks about it, and it's part of our journey to have faith, right? She had faith in that message. She took action, and it seemed completely unrelated. Meanwhile, layers of energetic attachments and issues were there that were being cleared by the help of the divine, that then had her wealth go up, and probably her spirit and her heart sorrow and all of that. So what a beautiful lesson for all of us to have that faith in the unknown, the unseen, and through your guidance as someone who can bring forward messages from the divine, from Kalabhairava, from Swarna Bhairava, she was able to receive that. So all of it I just find fascinating and truly a blessing in a world where we are so fixated on the physical. When really there's so many other layers going on that we can't see, that we don't have faith or trust in. And when we do, miracles can happen.
Right, right. Life is holistic. It's something's happening in one area. It's not just going to affect that area. It's going to affect everything.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what we're finding. There was another interesting. There was a coaching call I had today, and what's interesting on these coaching calls is that Each one is uniquely different, depending on what the person needs. Now, you might just be thinking it's going to be like, okay, let's do some goals and, whatever you're trying to do with goals and work with Swarna Bhairava, and then let's apply the teachings and we'll get there, and then maybe that's how it is. But there are teachings that are coming in these coaching calls that were released maybe 9, 10 years ago, but are relevant for this call. And this happened to be in one of the calls today. There was a teaching I had recollected at the time. I had no plan of giving this teaching or this affirmation or this mantra. And during the coaching call, the gentleman told me, this is what I've been going through my whole life. I've had all sorts of delays my whole life. And immediately we started going and honing in on the heart sorrow. To not actually get stuck in what that heart sorrow is, that's the transition time, that's the karma removal time. But to look and see, okay, the golden age is coming. What's the flip side of that? What's the flip of that heart sorrow? Now let's move towards that. But his understanding, what gave him so much hope, was that he understood why he has faced delays year after year in many of his endeavors in life. So that understanding was really something that, like I said, gave him a lot of hope and gave him belief. Now, if we have belief, then we're going to go back to Dr. Pillai's mantras that he taught in the four sessions of initiations, and we're going to do those mantras every day. But if we don't have belief, then we're not going to do that. We're not going to practice. We're not going to have commitment. And that is what coaching can really bring, I feel, is this hope, this understanding of your personal application to how you can transcend time. And then taking that and making it into a committed, exciting, consistent practice for you.
Yeah, perfect. I love it. Dr. Pai is such a fan of coaching. Everyone needs a coach, and you're a wonderful coach. So thank you for your service. So before we move on to a little bit more about your coaching service, tell us about the mantra or technique that folks can be doing from now until December 30th, 31st, or January 1st, to really help them usher in more of the Kalabhairava energy that we can all use right now.
Okay. So you put me on the spot here, Lakshmi.
I know. We didn't have
we didn't talk about this one.
there is the Wudyama Bhairava that Babaji has talked about and taught. Maybe you want to talk about that one.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and go with Wudyama Bhairava, because Wudyama Bhairava is the mantra for enlightenment. It's the mantra for becoming God. And it's the mantra that's in the Shiva Sutras, Sutra number 5, that talks about with the mere orientation of the will, you can become God. Now that's like big, right? It's not just like that, you're going to meditate for 1,000,000 years and then, lifetime after lifetime, and then do a bunch of rituals, and then maybe you'll see some enlightenment. No, this is fast. This is fast. It is effortless, from the Shiva Sutras, and it gives complete transcendence and identification with God. In fact, the Shiva Sutra book is called The Supreme Identity, Getting the Supreme Identity. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to do a quick meditation here. So Wudyama Bhairava is a sound that we'll be putting into our Sushumna, into our spine. And it's easier to relate to the spine than it is to the Sushumna, because we know where our spine is on our physical body. So go ahead and close your eyes and put your focus on the base of your spine. And we're going to use the mantra in the different chakras on the way up, and then we're going to actually go out the top of the head to 12 inches above the head, because there's a chakra there as well. And this Wudyama Bhairava, what it does is it raises your kundalini. And then once your kundalini is raised to your third eye, you have a transcendence experience, and then your third eye can awaken. So go ahead and put your attention on the very base of the spine. And we're going to put a light there as well. So you can imagine like a little flame, like a DEEPEN flame or some flame. And we'll chant once in each chakra and feel the sounds going into that chakra, base of the spine. Udyamo Bhairava. And now move that light up your spine and move it up into the sex chakra, which is about where the waistband is, a little bit lower, in the back, in the spine. Udyamo Bhairava. And now move the light up to the navel chakra, around the belly button. We're going to say the sound, the mantra for transcendence into this navel chakra, which is also the chakra for manifestation. The one below it is creation, and this one is manifestation. Udyamo Bhairava. And now move the light into the heart chakra in the center of the chest. And this is where some of your highest intelligence is. This intelligence of love. And this can transform you and many people. Udyamo Bhairava. And now move to the throat chakra, the center of your throat. And I relate to this very much in the spine area, the back of my neck. And this is where we can release our karma. Udyamo Bhairava. And now bring that light all the way up into your midbrain, a little bit in the back of your brain, sort of in the center of your head, but in the back. And you can also, if you feel more comfortable, visualize this on the middle of your forehead. And bring that light right in there. And sit that light right there. Udyamo Bhairava. And now we're going to take that light and we're going to bring it all the way up through the crown chakra and 12 inches above the head. And as you find that spot, imagine that light even getting brighter. You can even imagine that light sitting on a lotus flower up in the air just above your head. We'll chant Udyamo Bhairava 3 times there. Udyamo Bhairava. Udyamo Bhairava. Udyamo Bhairava. And if you wish, you can take it further. or you can keep the energy there, coalescing 12 inches above your head. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And we'll close this meditation and slowly, slowly open your eyes.
Well, thank you so much. So now folks have a technique that they can be doing. For the simple version, folks, is that you can use the Uddiyamo Bhairava mantra and repeat it. There are also videos by Dr. Pillai that you can look up and listen to him chant it in his voice. So from now till the end of the year, during this very potent time, that's a perfect thing for you to be doing. Another really wonderful thing for you to be able to do right now is to get the assistance of a coach who has a relationship with this divine archetype, who can provide one-on-one personalized coaching of what you have going on in your life right now, what breakthroughs you would like to have, especially between now and the end of the year and beyond, into the new year, and planning, compressing time, receiving divine messages. Beth Swarna Bhairavi does individual fire labs on your behalf to the divine beings, whether it's Kalabhairava or Swarna Bhairava. And she may have messages for you. So I'm going to invite Swarna Bhairavi to tell us a little bit more about your coaching program, so folks know if they would like to work with you. How does it work?
Okay, great. So the coaching is for this program. It is 3 sessions of coaching, and then one what we call sound and light, which definitely will be a fire lab. So it's been expressed by some of the people who have already joined that they would like to have that fire lab in person, and that's no problem. I'm also thinking that since people are really keen on this fire lab experience, that we take one of the coaching sessions and we kind of split it in 2. So it's going to be a coaching session and a fire lab. So there's, and then there are 1 or 2 rituals that I'll be doing on your behalf outside of what I just spoke of, which are, sound and light and pujas to Kalabhairava, to Swarna Bhairavi. I see his photo here with some gold on it. And doing some things that I feel led to during his power times. So we're going to try and schedule everything during his power times, of course, right? He's very, very active on the 8th moon, new moon, full moon, and those are the biggies. There's other days that he's very active as well. But we're going to try and schedule everything during the most active times. There's another offer. I think that is it's a standalone single session with me, and that is a practice session, coaching, and a fire lab. So all of that gets brought together. In all of these sessions, I didn't actually plan it this way, but now that I see the questions that are coming with some people, I'm helping people with some in-between practices. So in between our coaching sessions, I'd like them to work on, outside of the meditations or the initiations, I'd like them to work on a few other tracks, whether it be affirmations or whether it be a couple of other Dr. Pillai's teachings that they have access to. So it's more like a program than I feel a coaching session. Now that one standalone session, what we'll do is we'll do a little prep. So I'd receive your birth star ahead of time, and then before you come, you'll be prepared. So give you a couple of things to do before you come, so that when you come, you get the most out of that one session. So there's these 2 offers.
Right. Okay, super. And just so folks know, you'll be working with Dr. Pillai's teachings that he did give on that 4-day initiation. So if you've already taken that initiation, you can register for working with Swarna Bhairavi. If you have not, there's a bundle on the page, and the page is linked in the chat as well as under this video, where there's an option where you get both. You get that 4-day session as well as the 3 coaching sessions with Swarna Bhairavi one fire lab, and some 3 pujas, rituals that get done for you. So 3 individual personalized coaching, 1 fire lab, and 3 pujas that get done on your behalf. And then also this teaching sessions with Dr. Pillai. Just read it carefully. There's, 1 bundle is for if you've already taken it, and 1 bundle is if you haven't, and then that includes the teachings, because she'll be working with you on those teachings. So if you did do that 4-day, and you're like, wow, there was a lot of intensive information, now what? She'll be helping you to break that down and utilize it how it works best for you in your life. And that's what's important as we integrate Dr. Pillai's teachings. Accountability is really important, right? Swarna Bhairavi, like the holidays are coming up, and when you and I were talking, and I know we were just, discussing how what's important is to be able to be having both our, having using our time wisely so that we are in the moment enjoying the holidays, but not being distracted by them, in order to stay focused on our spiritual practice, which is then will turn into a material benefit and blessing. So I love coaching for that respect, and especially with you as you're focusing in on this particular archetype, Kalabhairava or Swarna Bhairava, during this very important time. So do you have anything else that you'd like to add?
To add, no, I think we kind of completed quite a bit of it here, at least the essential points. Yeah, and this month, yeah, with the holidays coming, it is easy to get distracted. And one of the really great things about Kalabhairava is I think in the past we may have struggled a little bit to keep focus, to remove our karma, to stay present and think about, all the ways or things that we need to kind of change in our lives. But it is so much easier with him. And if you went through the initiations, you know that. You know that, it's kind of like it's so much easier with
Right.
Babaji bringing him. So yeah, the coaching will keep you more on focus.
Yeah, absolutely. And uh, before we go, I want to invite folks on chat to post questions. And while we're waiting for that, tell us, I know just 1 minute, tell us about the experience you had told me earlier about the experience you had with Bhairava, Kalabhairava in the universe. I think
Yeah.
it'll help people to see the other realms that are there and what's accessible to us.
Okay, great. I'll try and make it real quick. Um, One morning, about 3 nights ago, two nights ago, I woke up at about 2:30 in the morning, just out of the blue, and I was pretty awake, and I was lying there in bed, and I had a vision, and it wasn't like I was chanting a mantra, um, or anything, or actively pursuing a meditation. And the vision was that Kalabhairava came, and he took my hand, but I'm a symbol for everybody, basically. So he took my hand. So this isn't just happening for me, is what I'm saying. He took my hand, and then he pulled me. It wasn't even it was a really beautiful, gentle, kind of guiding. He guided me up through the earth plane and through the stratosphere. And when I looked down, and even when we were getting to the upper portions of the earth plane stratosphere, it almost looked like there was a lot of pollution, and there is, but that's also the what I was intuitizing from it was that was actually the thought forms, the thought forms of the Kali Yuga. And these thought forms are like pollution, and that air makes it oxygen comes into us and then circulates around our bodies, and we think we are that. We think we are the Kali Yuga. But so I was sort of seeing there was this transcendence happening where that air was getting cleaner and cleaner and cleaner. And then we got to the end of the stratosphere, we made it into the universe, and we're in space, and there everything was like crystal clear and light. There was just light, and I could breathe, and it was the air was fresh and you could see everything was light and light beings. The most dramatic experience I had wasn't what I saw, it was what I felt. And that was my karma was gone. For that brief experience, I had no body and I had no real mind to think any limiting thought that I might be holding in my mind. It had all left me. And that was absolute bliss, euphoria, freedom, whatever you call it. Dr. Pillai calls it bliss. It is bliss. And then the vision ended and I started coming down. But that's okay. I had that experience. And that's an experience I feel Kalabhairava wants to give to everyone. So that's this karma sweep and this transition into the Satya Yuga. So I was literally seeing this sort of Satya Yuga roll in and start to take over the Kali Yuga. And it's a universal, it's a cosmic thing that's happening here. So it's
Yeah,
pretty exciting.
that's incredible. Oh my gosh, thank you for sharing that. So yeah, I want that. I think we all want to experience that. So that's such a beautiful sample, like a sample of what's possible beyond the oppressive, energetic density of the earth plane during this particular time. And if you don't know, folks, there's different yugas. Kali Yuga is the dark age, and the next one we're moving into is the Satya Yuga, the age of truth. And that is where this golden age is coming. And Dr. Pillai continues to say, we're on the cusp of that. We're getting there. And all these divine beings are here to help assist us in that way. So we just have one question. It is that one session, is that an hour? Are the sessions 1 hour each is the question.
Yeah, the coaching sessions are about an hour. For that one offer, which is has a little bit more packed into it, I'm sure it will probably go 90 minutes is what I think. Yeah, it would be an hour.
Okay, perfect. All right, folks, that looks like that's all of our questions. So really, so thank you for joining us. Thank you, Swarna Bhairavi, for your beautiful meditation experiences, helping us understand better about your coaching services. And everyone, you are invited to click the link below the video if you're interested in working with Swarna Bhairavi, with Beth, and even just trying out the single session to see if it's something that you want to invest in for additional sessions moving forward. It's all there. And now is the time that is ripe because Dr. Pillai is so immersed in Kalabhairava energies. And please join us on Sunday with Dr. Pillai on Pillai Center YouTube, where he will tell us more about the importance of December 30th, what is going on right now, how we can best prepare for that day, and a program that he'll be doing the weekend of the new year, the 30th, 31st, and January 1st. So we hope to see you on Sunday as well. And thank you for being here. Thank you, Swarna Bhairavi. Thank you, all the divine beings, for their blessings in allowing this transmission to occur. And we'll see you soon. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaha. Om Kalabhairavaya 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 Namaha.